Back with you then.
I'm going to introduce you to my
We won it
video.
last year.
Oh.
Stoltman.
Tom
You know,
Stoltman.
So we're over here at the end of the dungeon. Dan Swift here, Vietnam War vet, and thanks, Eric. And this is a little basement down here where you trained a lot of people in that, and I got the opportunity to drive down here. They're all making faces. It's gonna warm up. Now, just let you know that Dan does use real bars and real weights and real everything. So
Real painful.
real weights, and hopefully you can lift them. A little warm up.
You want a handoff, John?
Between those
Nah,
three,
that'll be good.
Tom Stoltman, the guy in Scotland, that Canadian.
I watched just a little bit of last night, and then there was a caption saying that
You got Trey Mitchell, he's doing really good.
first place, Hoopmer, and then he's got a question.
Half four wasn't even in it.
Good job.
How are you supposed to?
You want to go 75? Yeah. Yeah, I thought half four was going to do it too, but apparently severely
He is too, yeah.
autistic.
Him,
I guess his
Fans want to have
it's
it.
really helping with
I
that.
follow him on Facebook, and he actually has commented on my stuff
Oh, has
on
it?
YouTube, which is just
That is pretty cool.
yeah. It's like he knows I'm alive. All right, so we got Dan. 275 with
Just do
the big daddy slingshot.
You got a foreign object on the bar. I want to yell at you.
We got a nice setup here. Got the safety bars coming down.
Perfect. Good job, man.
Perfect.
And that's how you keep at it. The daring young man on the flying trapeze.
But we want to provide.
Now you want a blue 40,
Now you want to do 45.
25.
Mikey,
45.
45.
45 and
We need 5 45s.
485.
495. 495. Sorry.
It's Mike's first day.
I was thinking it's 385 you wanted.
No.
It was 495.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I
You
meant.
said 485.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
what I
45.
meant. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Did you fall off the roller coaster
I
again?
did. I hit my head a lot yesterday. I was in the sun. I don't have any hair.
If you think we're bad, you ought to see it when Kelly's here.
Yeah. You ain't seen shit.
Oh, listen, I'm military. This is not gonna bother me at all.
Wait till we put the hundreds on. We'll be sitting there going, all right, take off your shoes and start counting.
I did that on one of my videos where I had 100-pound players. You know, that's not 445. That's. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. And then when I used the rogue weights, the professional ones, well, those are too skinny.
Oh, jeez.
Well, what threw me off, I was
And then
45.
the red ones will throw them off.
Then we was at the Arnold's and I went to pick those up. Those are 55 pounds.
Well, they're
And
50
that makes
yeah,
a lot of difference.
The red ones are 55.
Yeah, I went
I
like,
think the balloons are 45.
Especially when somebody misloads you with one of those.
Well, that's funny because at the Arnold, I warmed up 20 pounds heavier than my opener.
Whoops.
no wonder look,
Because he goes, look, he goes, well, what do you got on? So I got 365. That's what I'm opening with. And he's just looking at me funny, And I'm walking away and going, it's not 365. So 385 was actually my last lift. I actually did there. That was funny though.
Want to help? And you racked it evenly. Good job. All right, Mike, I'm going to go 365.
That was-
What do you guys want?
I should have done one ply on that. I forgot. Let's use my one ply.
What do you want?
How about two ply?
365? 360. He wants 335. What do you want?
I had tried a
something low.
slingshot.
Go ahead.
You're welcome to try it if you want today.
335?
I don't bench that way.
65. He wants
35.
I'm way out here.
Yeah.
He's trying to bring me in, and it just, I just wasn't comfortable with it. So Josh turned around me to do
Put it
it.
down.
Do the pin.
I'm like, it ain't working for me. All right, 315.
We're not talking 5 or 6. 10.
Nice,
And he did that nonstop before he got the fight.
lifters because
Here in the back of him, just spraying
it moves you to
praying
get a better
saying scripture.
workout
I think
in my opinion.
How many you doing? 5 or 6?
I gotta save up the energy for the heavy sets, Dan. You know, I'm not as old as you, but I'm old.
Thank you. Good. Good. Good job.
I was waiting for the 2 breaths.
I know. I got in a hurry.
Who's up?
Dan was yelling at me.
I probably saw
Yeah,
it.
you ready?
You want 315, Dan?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're waving at the weights, Dan?
Have you done 335 already?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll go next with 365.
All right, you got Dan?
Oh, you got skipped. I'm sorry. You should have been right after me, Stephen.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
We'll figure it out.
I'm not leaving.
One of these days.
You went back
One
right.
kid said the other kid,
I'm fine.
that old man's out squatting you. And I'm looking around, there's only 2 squat racks.
He ain't talking about me, is he?
Press.
Alright.
Good job, Dan. You guys want to throw a quarter in there, please?
I'm gonna throw it as dangerous.
How did that feel, Dan?
Like I should pick up golf.
You got a mic, here we go.
Why do you ask, Mikey?
Because it looked awkward for you.
It was
looked like
awkward
it was
for me.
smooth
That's
for
why I
you
should
at
pick
all.
up golf.
You think that's awkward? Wait till you get golf going.
One.
Perfect, set, perfect, perfect, perfect. Go. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
You didn't cough.
No, I didn't.
I like
So
I
your
like
son's off.
I like
I
the
thought
double
about it. He
belts.
didn't cough.
All right, let's do it.
Bring it out.
We got
Just say-
385.
three.
You gotta give him out calls and all that.
You want me to tell you out?
Yeah, please talk to me.
Out, 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 out. Yours.
Chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up. Go. Perfect. There you go.
Good job.
There you go,
Really
man.
good job.
And
So you're going right into your shirt quicker now. Okay, okay. That's what I'll do. I'll just go
Go
right
down
to
to the river next.
yeah, I mean, 20 years ago I could do a bunch of sets of 10 before I started going heavy. And now it's like, yeah, let's not do so many sets.
Right.
So here's equip lifting, which I don't do, but Dan has been training these people and knows all about that. And it's a whole different way of lifting. And he's been trying to get me to do it, but I told him, I said, no. I'm gonna do raw where it's safe.
John's John.
I'm gonna do raw where it's safe.
And John's very good at what he does. Look at all the world records you got.
There's only one I want now. That's the #1 slot.
Number one.
Yep.
Powerlifting.
What is
award.
the all-time
Open
world
The
power.
all-time record for my age weight and weight is like 463.
Oh,
Well, you were
got that
close
all
to
day
that
long.
I
before.
know, I did 446, and
Yeah.
if I wouldn't have bounced that 430 off my chest, I think I would have had it. That kind of took a year out of me,
Yeah.
but I feel it coming back. I got 1 or 2 events I can do in July. One might just be for a favor. If I can,
Are you number 2 right now?
I'm tied for 5th.
Five.
Tied for 5th.
Hey, Mikey.
There's a bunch
Number
of us.
2 right now.
I was tied for what weight group?
198.
Yes, mine was 242, 275. I think 275 I'm actually rated better.
I can pull my shirt down so I can
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
just pull it down.
Hang on a minute there.
Sorry. Ernie.
Sorry.
It might get terrible time.
Good enough. Good enough. Get me going.
There you go.
That's a different looking apparatus there. Yep, and then record. All right, so
We are off.
I,
What is going on?
I pulled.
what happened?
Okay, take a breath. Get your shirt set.
Well, I was thinking we should do it a 3-man, so I just lifted on this side.
I don't know what. Yeah, it was something. It just all went like this. I don't know if we were misloaded or.
Yeah, take a minute. Let's get you.
At that point, your best just to re-rack
It's not
instead
a
of
3-man.
let it keep coming down
No,
wrong.
do a 3-man.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
585. And here's where the liftoff is important.
One.
Out, out, out. Release. Your weight hurt.
Chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up.
About
a lot of
one
weight.
more away, I
One
guess.
more.
Yeah, as far as.
All right, 365. Let's just.
Who's up?
I believe I'm up.
Who's up? Oh,
Man, tough crowd, tough crowd.
Wait on the new guy.
that new guy.
Two breaths, or you gonna just
Don't break my bar.
Huh?
2 breaths?
Yeah, 2 breaths. That was
All right, buddy.
Good.
Wow.
Good job.
Good.
There you go.
That looked easy.
You're up.
it felt easy.
How was that handoff?
I'm
Was that,
after you.
Oh, no wonder they forgot to put the cord. That was only
is that what you wanted
315.
handoff wise?
Say what? Hey. You.
I'm gonna go 455.
Here, hold this ball. I got the pin here. I'll see you later.
Oh, we put the blue on? Yeah, we will.
Blue ones go faster. Those are for your speed reps.
You got him 13. Who's up?
3 men or not?
One man.
We got 455.
All right, buddy, you're waiting. Press.
Boom.
Perfect.
Oh, nice. That was sweet. That was sweet.
Perfect.
You're set. There we go. I'll do
All
one.
right.
Well, 1 man or 3?
One hand.
Come on, Mike.
Out. There you go, buddy.
Show control. Okay, chest up, come down, Go!
Drive. There you go. There you go.
Good job, Mike.
Good job, bud.
How'd that feel?
Different.
Well, yeah, it would be.
Different. Just like with your slinger though, don't take your foot off the gas.
Okay, you slow down
Coming
that
up, just
transition a little.
drive straight through it. Don't.
Did I fight you a whole bunch? It's not like I did.
Quite a bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. You get in that shirt and you become somebody else.
Unsnap me, please.
3, 4.
I can get her in here.
All right, buddy.
Hands.
Press. Good job.
That was weird.
You dropped
I,
way low.
it,
yeah.
I came down there and
Yeah,
I lost it.
I thought you dropped
I
it.
almost took it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But
I
then
don't
you
know what
started
happened.
pressing.
It just came down there.
You dropped about 1.5 inches low.
It just-
And then you just
I was-
boop, you just pulled it back up and
I was waiting for him to stand up like that guy.
yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I never had that happen before.
Down to
Good recovery.
That was weird.
no, something completely different.
Mikey, you're up.
I won 8 minutes, sorry.
Actually, I think I'm up, aren't
I think so, yeah.
I?
That was weird.
You did 4.
Yeah, I've never seen you pull me.
Let's go.
You got low to the ground.
Yeah,
and-
but-
585.
Push my left arm out, please. Come on, ring finger. There we go. Don't change it. Pull my belt down.
Got it?
There we go.
Got it right there.
1.
Out! Release! Chest up. Come on down.
Three
Come on down.
boards,
Come on.
2,
Come on. Chest up.
1.
Racket.
Just missed.
You gotta have a shirt on.
Huh?
You gotta have a shirt on.
Do you?
No.
You gotta get through your 90-day probation.
We haven't got a file on you yet.
What's the command?
He does 2 big breaths.
Okay.
Ready?
Yours.
There you go.
Racket. Good job.
There you go.
Yeah. Looks like good opener weight there.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So they're loading 700 on there. And just for the naysayers, those are 100-pound
605.
plates inside. So these plates are 100-pounders. And these are
Okay, we
45.
got 605. So it'll be
No, I'm not gonna sit there and have to show you everything. This, you know, take my word for it. You actually see it over there too.
You
I
want
know it said a 45 would be 700 even, wouldn't it?
no, it'll be 795.
This is 605?
This is 605 plus 90,
Would be 695,
695.
and then 2 1/4 would be 700.
I am so confused about what you're saying here.
Put another 45.
Here, let's go say, I'll
We need-
put 45.
100.
That's what I just said. Throw another 45 on,
Yeah.
and it was 700 pounds.
No, it's
No,
695.
Oh, 695, but okay.
So put the ETBT
Yeah, 2.5.
There's little fellas on there.
Okay. I got it. Go ahead. Go this. Okay, Eric, give yourself 5 minutes.
That's a workout, just loading that bar.
Yeah.
The reason I started my YouTube channel is because I was getting a lot of people on Facebook ask me, why does this guy do this? What do you think about this? And there was, when I say young man, he was probably 50, and he was doing his PRs with slingshots. And he said, well, what do you think about him doing PRs with slingshots? I said, well, he's putting the work in. He's in the gym, working his ass off, and what about this guy with gloves? Okay, he's still in the gym. I don't wear gloves because I'm not comfortable with them. I tried them, didn't like it. I don't use wrist wraps because I tried them, didn't like it. So I finally did a video where I said, just get in the gym and lift. Basically it was a nice way of telling everybody to, shut the F up.
Yeah.
The people are in there lifting. I don't care how they're doing lifting. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care if they're doing reps. I don't care if they're doing heavy sets. I don't care if they're doing yoga, which is really hard. As long as you're in there moving, as long as you're doing something. And that video on YouTube, my daughter set it up, my channel got 650,000 views. Wow. In 3 months. Monetized my channel. And I think I made $1,100 in that video.
No shit. Nice.
And then that's when YouTube used to pay. That same video now would probably make me $100 because they keep. I mean, I make $30, $40 a month on YouTube, so I don't do it for the money. I do it because I have people say, "Listen, I was going to quit lifting because I was 37 or because I was 42 because I was 50," and I see you're still at it, so you motivated me to keep lifting, and that's why I do it.
That's good. Yeah, but it's just somebody saying one word or see a video. Well, I can still do that.
Right.
It's just the idea, the rudiment of starting it out.
Right.
How do you start out? Because if you look, a lot of them, well, I want to do that, but how do I do that?
Right.
And the problem is, you go in there and you'll see guys, they'll have this on here with their bench shirts on and stuff like that. Or, well, that's not,
Two boards.
oh, that's foreign to them. They can't do that.
Right.
It's something maybe down the road they don't understand it.
Right. Or the
So if you get
technique.
somebody like you who's raw and who does that, does the warm-ups and stuff,
Right.
Because then you're going to always have your soothsayers saying, well, there's sand in it or there's air in it, that's not the real weight. And
Yeah.
like you had to explain that those 100-pound plates.
I did because I knew for
Because they're
sure.
going like, well, that's only so and so.
Because that's going to be the first thing I get. Well, that's not 700 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, you notice all those one weight is a little thicker than the other?
Two words.
There's a reason for that. Who's doing the 2 board holding? Or are you just going to guesstimate it?
No, we have two words.
Mike's got some plates that are really thin, but they're 45 pounds. They're pretty strong.
Oh yeah, those blow-ups, I was at this gym in Marshfield, Missouri. He's got all professional weights. He's got the thin metal rope weights. So I'm doing, 315 with it. Well, 315, those things are too skinny. I said, man, you should just shut up.
Yeah.
And there's professionals on this channel. You are obviously not one of them.
My favorite thing to watch on TikTok and YouTube is those fake karate ones.
Oh yeah.
I love those.
I used to get.
1, 2, 3. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Call it, Dan.
1.
Out, 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 out. Release. Chest up, chest
Come
up,
on.
chest up, chest up, chest up. Come on, come on. Chest
There you
up,
go.
chest up, chest up.
Almost
chest up.
there.
Go, 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 go. Right.
Oh, that handoff was
A little.
sketchy.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it was.
I thought you were gonna rack it.
Yeah, at first I was going
A
to,
little bit this way.
it was coming off like it was misloaded again.
3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. No.
Once everybody let go, it bounced out, but I was like,
Okay.
it was pushing me off this way
That must have been
really hard.
Yeah, I was surprised that you hung with it. I seen it shift to that direction.
John up?
You wanna go?
Did he go before you?
I went before him.
Okay.
I'm up.
Okay, so we got, what do you, we wanna do
45.
4:45, take everything out. Let's see.
Everything off with 2 50-pound plates. 102.
What's that?
No way to fight with it. See it come over, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, not every handoff's gonna be perfect, so if it's just not real bad, I'll.
Well, especially with that much. Especially with that much weight.
Is that right now?
Fucking 700 pounds.
Yeah, I reckon on this.
Okay.
The last set I did, I wanted to do a whole lot of
10, right? You want
805 or something like that.
What is this?
I just wanted to do like 4 or 5 seconds.
45.
Just feel the weight in my hand.
Right.
So it just my CNS goes.
4:45.
All the rest of this weight's
Oh,
cakewalk,
10,
right?
right?
Brought it out and they set it in my hands. And the guy didn't have. He short plated me on one side. One of those 55s, and that thing goes boom like this. I was like, take it, take it.
I did that to myself one time. I put a 45 on one side, 25 on the other. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? You know, and I'm like, what the hell happened? And I look over there going,
Just 110.
and I'm
Right?
going to lower the weight.
Right.
They fucking.
But there was a
Coley
blue
did
one
it to
over
me
here.
here one day with a
So
45.
I just put the black one. That's fine.
It was just 405. I put it on.
There's a blue one there.
I got under it. I brought it out, and I'm like,
Blue one's
man,
up
this
there.
feels weird. I brought it down, fought it to my chest, pressed it. And I'm like,
Just go ahead and
man,
pull it on the
something's
right.
wrong with me. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Yeah, he misloaded.
yeah. It's only 10 pounds, but it'll make it interesting.
Mike, you need
It
a
was a
rest,
whole
or
plate.
you okay?
I had
Oh, I
4
haven't
plates
played
of
with
wood.
that.
Yeah, that's more than a little, especially with
We got
800. You
I
know.
locked in, I pulled it down and pressed it, and I'm like, huh, what is
Not
that's
the belt?
weird? Something's off. That felt weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Hand them off.
Yeah.
Chest. I am.
Yeah.
Right. This, I guess he just had to make it more interesting.
And if you tried to help him, he didn't.
No.
1 or 3 men. Damn.
We got on, let's do a 3-man.
All right.
Come on, Mike. Don't fight him.
Out, 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 release. Now stay in your groove. Chest up, stay in your groove, stay in your groove, stay in your groove. Go!
Stay on the gas. Come on.
Lock it up.
Rack it.
Good job, Mikey.
Good job.
At the YMCA, we had an old guy like you, he had 3 belts.
Yes.
Right, 3 belts, and he'd bench, and he would be making, it'd be a slow bench, you know, and it'd be laddering and going back and forth, and he'd keep, and one time, I swear to God, I thought he was stuck, so I went up there and grabbed it, and he called me, I was in the white man. Oh, you ever, I was like, man, you're scaring the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But that's the way he did. He's like, you know, I didn't take like 30 seconds for that
I should
last
call it,
set.
shouldn't I, Stephen?
So I asked myself, what's with
I
this?
should call it, shouldn't I?
And he just,
That's what I was thinking.
What are we doing?
I don't think I heard anything last.
700.
Oh, okay. Again?
I think I've seen
We gotta
the
go
video of a guy wearing like
Okay.
3 belts.
I don't know, I didn't understand it. So she asked me, you know, for my, you know, wrist wraps. I said, I don't use them. And she asked me for a belt. I said, I don't use a belt. And then she goes, underwear.
Stand up.
And I go, underwear?
She was joking, right?
No, because I guess some people wear compression underwear, and if you jam your shirt in there, it's supposed to give you another 5
done?
pounds.
Yeah.
But I said, underwear?
I didn't
And
have
she goes, yeah. I said, well, I'm Scottish.
I got that.
And she got a look, it's like,
Then
okay.
comes the transition.
You should do one of these. When like,
I've never heard
I
of it.
haven't worn underwear
Slow
since
down, you stop.
1979.
I just assumed she was joking about underwear.
No, they were testing everybody's underwear. And I said, well,
Yeah, that's
honey, I'm
fine.
Scottish.
Yeah, today-
So if you can find underwear, and take your time.
and talk in a whisper voice while you do it, please.
Yeah. and blow in my ear.
Who's doing that?
Oh, my gosh.
Somebody.
I asked her, I had a girl in the gym when I told her that. She sit there and grabbed my ass and, well, you don't have underwear. I said, no, and that was special.
Yeah, you're lucky my wife was.
Don't do it again,
Kill
because
you.
she's got a 2.5-inch pattern at 25 feet with the pistol.
Shut on first. Yeah, there you go.
Lined up.
Alrighty.
Move off 2 boards.
Keep it. All right, keep it tucked low, keep it down on your elbows.
So this, you get to see the world of equip lifting, which this is the first time I've really got to see
Good.
how the workouts go also, because it's not something I do or I'm familiar with. And
Yeah.
just incredible amount of weight sitting on these things.
You both good?
So anybody's asking, no, this is not something I'm going to do.
Not yet.
I like to stay with the safe weights in the 400s.
Right? Is that good?
Yeah, I did the 405 with no shirt on because I had somebody accuse me of having a bench shirt underneath my shirt.
Oh, they'll like, yeah.
And I'm like, really? No, they did bust one guy at meets doing that.
Yeah, they caught him.
Yeah, and he'd get up and he'd run out. Well, they
Yeah.
chased his ass. They're like, yeah.
I asked him, like, why do I use equip lifting when I can do it raw? If I'm strong enough, why can't I just do raw? I'm like, well, I said, you know, equip lifting has a lot of benefits as far as protecting the shoulders and the pecs. I said, man, I've already torn a pec once, and I'm almost 50.
You're a young kid. You're a punk.
So, yeah, you're not wrong, but
And finally, I'm in a room where I'm not the old guy. Right, Dan? Right.
hey, the old guy still scares me. So,
And we're not talking about an old guy like a year or two.
I'll be, what, 78 on, when we do that, meet up there in Dubuque,
Yeah.
I just turned 78.
really,
When
it's
is
your
it?
birthday weekend?
We weigh on the 18th, that's
Yeah.
my birthday.
That's in
Well,
July,
We
right?
buying
July
you a
18th.
steak for dinner then.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go off 2 boards.
That's the
boards,
qualified. 2
two
boards.
Right, but
Okay, now think this,
I think
okay,
we're
so keep your mannerisms together now. Okay?
Alright.
Think of what you're doing now, stay tight, okay?
felt good.
How much weight we have? 700?
Yep.
Now make sure you stay in their groove, okay? Make sure you're ready to go, show control.
1.
Out, 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 release. Go.
Drive. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Nice.
Take it, take it.
Good lockout, buddy.
Nice job.
Didn't feel
Stay
very
with
nice.
Way to stay with it.
Shit.
It moves slow as hell, but you got
It moved. It moved. It never stopped. It was a good lift all the way.
I wasn't happy with that.
I think you
You
had
did-
your arms in too
Do
deep.
you? I was able to get my arms out to grab the bar too.
Yeah, I think you had your arms in too deep.
Something wasn't right. I thought you.
Because I could see your elbows when you got set up.
Facebook group. And all I asked, because I didn't know about this, I didn't even know what a bench shirt was at the time. The first time I seen it in the gym, I was like, what the fuck is that? So this young kid is doing, I think, 435 for a bench shirt. So I said, well, how much can you do without that? I just wanted to know. So here comes the next 40 comments. Call me everything, you know, UP, blah, 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 and I'm a veteran, blah, blah, and all this. I said, dude, all I'm asking is what his equip lift is versus his raw lift. Because I don't know what these shirts can get. You know? Now here comes another 100, you know, fuck yous and all that. And I had some people I knew, one girl's like, well, he can bench that raw, you know? You know, and I'm like, let me try this one more time. I just want to know what your raw bench is versus what your...
With all due respect.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, just curious.
How does this work?
Yeah.
So if I was thinking, well, I can do 375. I said, you know, 170 pounds, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're just trying to kiss ass, blah, blah. And I said, listen, I'll be all sitting there and threatening me and all that stuff. And also maybe you're veterans and shit like that. I said, especially the veterans, if you were in my face, you know this wouldn't happen. I'm telling you right now. And I ain't telling you that I'm a big bad butterfly. I said I could be 4'10" and you'd still have your mouth fucking shut. So, you know, I just wanted to get some information.
Yeah.
Well, that's the last time I engaged in that type of conversation ever.
Well, Jimmy Cole, every week when he does his, he does,
What's he going?
John, are you done or are you going to get?
No, I want to do 415.
415?
okay.
I just don't want to get down the
Well, that's like Cole.
100 pound plate.
Cole, they're always asking Jimmy Cole, how much you doing?
I'll take that.
How much you doing? And Cole will say, I don't do raw. I've had him out in 17 years, and I don't care.
I've done it for 50 years, so that's why I do it.
So, I
I'm
mean,
comfortable with it. I'm not
415?
comfortable.
Okay, so
Would it be too much to take the 100 off and load back with the 45 so I don't have to explain to my audience. Because
I'm good with that.
they will never understand the 100-pound plate. Actually, it was
Mike, Mike's
the
behind
first time I
you, so-
seen equipment was in a
Okay,
gym in
Mike.
Michigan.
Fine,
Yeah.
Mike.
It was the first time I seen 100-pound plates. 100-pound plates, they had like, 15 squat cages.
You wanna
and it
do-
was just hard
He wants to do
work.
415.
The first time I seen
415.
100 pounders. And I went to 2 years later, and all 100 pounders were gone. And I had 3 squats. And the kid was like 4 years old that bought it, and I said, yeah, we need to do this. In the crowd, Nat, he says, I used to, at the time I was 58. And I had kids with me, and I'm lifting in 400. Yeah, stop listening to him because he was, over 40 years old. And my daughter's looking at him like, and I said, hey, if you think I'm under 40, don't you guys say a fucking word, man?
No, Mike, 5 pounds. A
Yeah.
nickel.
I've had 2 shoulder surgeries, 4 both pecs.
Remember, you had to come
For my
in.
bike.
Well,
Yeah,
first
I
time.
got.
Yeah.
You quit lifting.
Kenny, I talked to Butch. and-
So I can become fat and useless like you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying if you don't,
And
if
I-
you do yoga
I
and do
think
other
it's
activities,
mainly
that's
people that
great.
care about me, don't want to see me get hurt, you know.
Right,
That was it.
but most of it just because they're jealous.
His dad made him quit. I know.
All right.
Rob didn't want him doing it anyway.
Before 15,
Hockey or lifting?
I had them take the 100-pound plates off because I didn't want to try to explain to the audience. But because of the weights they're doing, 700 pounds and that, they actually have 4 100-pounders here. 6.
We got 6.
They actually have 6 100-pounders. They actually, no.
For the heavy days.
And they have a few of us 250-pounders here too.
Now this is under 12. Can we do
Huh?
12?
Chest.
Oh, I'll bring it up. Yep.
I've never had people work out and even do any of that
That's
stuff.
what I was thinking.
So I have no idea.
You okay?
You can put on there if you're by yourself.
I know.
Oh, that last
They were doing the football team. And I went there to visit every day. The first thing they do is I
That's heavy weight,
checked
right?
them.
I mean, it should still have.
It took some time.
500 today. but
The coach was looking at me like, what
It's
the
still
hell is
hot.
this shit?
I fractured the heat.
And I said, you want him hitting like this or you want him hitting like that? Who's gonna push the guy in front of the phone? Yeah, I said, yeah. They're trained for football. They're not trained for
We can
football.
turn it on. Okay.
I could have handled it better, but 415. Haven't done this.
He wants commands?
Oh, you want a command?
Yeah, give me a
You want a press command?
a press command.
Okay.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
You do it, Steve. You go still.
Now, don't give him a goodie.
No, you're getting a real one.
3-man or single?
Single.
Single, okay.
All right.
Out. Yours.
Press!
Drive. Keep driving.
Grind it out.
We'll try it again. Give me a minute.
That was pretty close.
Well, no, take your time. We're not that big a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink?
Okay, you ready?
No, take your time. Walk around. Get your mind.
You came up from 3 cards and you started floating back toward the rack.
I know.
Okay.
And that's the problem.
You got the
Sometimes I'll actually hit the
you
rack.
got the John Chicken Wing going on, but it took you too high that
Yeah,
time.
it took you time. Yeah.
We'll call it the
Sometimes,
McBean Chicken Wing. We'll call it that.
There we go. Sometimes a second. 415.
Oh, never mind.
45 next year.
You do your math, we'll do our math.
We're
Come on, John.
Go get it. All right.
All right. Come on, John.
Yours.
Press!
Drive.
Good job.
Good job.
For whatever reason, the
As soon as
second,
it
the
stopped,
second
I
one
gave
goes
you
better.
As soon as it stopped, I gave you a command.
They
It stopped. Yeah.
I don't matter. I was gonna push it anyway.
Oh, I
But I'm glad that it coincided with it. You know what I mean?
You done?
I'll probably do a burnout.
Okay.
Not right now, though.
Put the 100 back on.
So we have 2
Is this right, Dan?
on
Okay,
each
okay.
side, or a total of 4
Again,
100-pound plates on this.
What's that?
So the 2 inner plates are 100-pounders, and then the other ones are 45s.
What are you going to do?
So we have a grand total
Oh!
That way I can spot
of
it.
755 pounds here.
I hear it.
Do you want the bar, bail bars up one?
How many boards you going?
2.
Yeah, bring up one.
Good?
Yep.
I can belt that and I'll throw it on there for you.
I can get this one. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I forgot the chalk, man. Oh man, what am I doing?
Wait,
I sometimes I'll
You like
have
that
to
thing,
some of
We've
these-
had-
some of these
Go up
guys
this side,
will spend
okay.
more time.
Eric's got a
I'm talking not a quick lifters. Some raw lifters spend more time chalking, gorilla piss, smack, getting into the stupid arch than they do lifting.
yeah.
I mean, it's at 45 seconds or a minute, just getting ready for the lift. Then it's like, then when I get on there, I just go there, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
They're all looking at me like, well, how rude. But yeah, I really wish I would use chalk when that 430 was in my hands.
It makes a difference.
I think what happened is I didn't know the kid walked away from me. And I thought I had her cracked.
Ah.
Until that mule kicked me in the chest.
Yeah. Boom.
Then he panicked. I had to send him, he'll get 2 other guys to get the weights off me. He just freaked and fuck. I think he was more traumatized than I was. And then of course, I was like, oh, how long have I bruised? I didn't bruise very well.
Well, I was at.
I wasn't saying anything
I
to my
was.
wife until somebody opened her
I had a
mouth.
single play on it. We was at the Olympia in Las Vegas. I qualified for the Olympia. What's that? 452. I was coming up with it, and I realized I was too far back or too far forward, so I went come forward. It fell,
Came right on.
and it came down. And luckily, that's the first time I was in a power rack that had bailout bars. It caught that thing, and it bounced, and then. They had a lot of them that day. Remember, they kept them. Yeah.
Yeah, that got yelled at by the head judge, telling me, "Where were you?" And they told me to get off the platform.
Oh yeah, that always made me nervous about the person in the middle having to step away.
Yes,
If
exactly.
that person has the best chance of stopping.
Yes.
And people are, oh no, there's people on the sides, it's not the best, not set up
Yeah.
right over the middle of the way, and you gotta realize, maybe he catches it with, 150 pounds and he does 300 pounds and all of a sudden it's going this way.
Yeah. It's that scary shit.
But then, that's all you can see now, like, that one always bothered me.
And then they had wires all over the ground, which I had to be off the platform.
platform.
So I would have tripped on the wires getting back up there.
Down. It was on that, his shoulder.
It was put on a 4-foot
That
stand
was their Bluetooth.
Yeah.
in the middle of the,
at Gold's.
Oh,
you
as if
see his shoulder.
and just tight as hell.
And I'm holding
The
this
warm-up room was
365.
real tight,
I could
lifting
keep it
bar was
off
real
of him.
tight.
I wasn't strong enough
That's
to get back up
out
on the
of,
rack by myself. Because he was
10
real
guys
good
in this
with-
flight. 2
and
guys got the
and
lift.
one
Everybody
guy
else
goes, "Are
fine.
you all right?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "No, we're fine."
Well, that one meet
I'm
where
like,
they,
"No, we're not." We're
they
arguing.
overloaded everybody's
Finally,
bar.
2 guys ran over there to help me.
They didn't realize the clamps, 1.5s.
He's like, "Well, it's kind of embarrassing."
No,
Yeah,
3.5,
well, I can't hold it
and they
forever.
even had it shown
I
what to
can't
put
hold
on
it
there,
right.
and they kept throwing it 2.5 kilos on each side, extra. And I'm watching all these people miss their openers, and I'm like, and then when I went to do mine, I'm like, this ain't right. 2 boards? That was one of these times where I didn't have the recorder going.
What do we need for 7?
700 pounds.
Good? Yeah. So control
Pull the belt down, please. One.
Out! Release! Perfect.
2 boards, 1 board.
Press! Go! Ah! Perfect.
Much better, much better.
Much better. Hey, you had that one.
You start using your legs, it'll fucking fly off you.
Yeah.
Boy, I've heard that about me.
That was perfect.
That was a lot better.
That was perfect. You
Lot
didn't
better.
show any.
They're gonna go 805. All right, he did 755, but like a dummy, I didn't have it recording. I thought I did, but so I'm just gonna leave it on. Now the two inner plates are 100 pounders each. So the 2 inner plates are 100 pounds each.
You're using your 4-play?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Should be 445s. So we got hundreds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 805.
And it's funny that one gym I went into, Lorain, Missouri. I went there with Buddy Eugene, and $5 I went in there, I paid for him. And my buddy's going, when do they start looking at you weird? I said, when I've got 3 plates in your set. That's when the gym starts wondering what's going on. So sure enough, when I'm warming up, I get 315. You can tell everybody's starting to So I was, well, then I got the 405. The owner comes and goes, well, he goes, I didn't know you were gonna bench so heavy. He goes, I'd like to switch out the bar. I said, well, why? He goes, well, I don't want you to bend my bar. And that's where I came with, well, did you get this at Walmart? No, it's a $350 bar. I said, your bar's fine.
Well, you did.
Not dead.
Just resting.
Not here, not here. So he actually was the one holding the phone line, and I think I went to like 460 that day. So I get done, and here comes the sheriff in. And the county sheriff, he comes walking me, he goes, how you doing? I said, well, I'm doing good, sheriff. He goes, you know, mind if I ask you how old you are? I said, well, I'm 60, you know. He goes, and you were doing, 465? I said, no, it's 460. It'll be 480 before the night's over. But, I said, did he call you? He goes, oh, yeah. Yeah, he called me. He goes, you got to come check this guy out. Oh. 5 minutes later comes a trainer from a local gym, and he's checking me out, so this guy was all excited. And I told him I needed him, it was like the week before the EPA, and that's when I did 440. First time I did 200 kilos. Felt really good about it. So the next year I happened to be in that area because my brother and sister-in-law were down there, and I asked him, I said, mind if I stop at the gym? He goes, you can win anytime you want. I said, I'll pay the $5. I said, no, win anytime you want. So I went in there was a young kid working out, and so he asked me for some help, and I was helping him, and I gave him one of my shirts, So I am online, I'm watching this one channel, which is Prepper Nation, he's out of West Virginia, and there's one guy who's called Rabbit Coyote, and he's from that area, and he goes, I was talking to this cashier, and she said this nice man was in the gym with her son, they gave him a shirt and helped him out. I go, holy crap, that was me. So what a small world.
Yeah. How many boards?
Two.
Two boards, okay.
Two boards?
I did 3 last week, we'll do 2 this week.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, actually,
I'll do boards, I don't wanna.
Come on now, let's get this.
All responsibility.
Okay. Make sure you set up good.
The glare. That's just the glare. Alright, here we go.
Felt good?
Yep.
805.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You in?
Yep.
Okay.
1.
Out, 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 out. Release. Chest up, 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 chest up.
One board away.
Go, 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 go. Rack. Perfect.
Good groove.
Nice job.
Good groove. Sleep good tonight. Some bitch came up
805.
pretty quickly till you see that.
805.
I think that was the problem. You came up, that's how.
I'm just dumb enough to keep going heavy all the time.
See,
And
that's
Yep,
the
I am
problem
too.
with that.
Well, I'm either dumb or I'm a genius. I don't know.
You get used to that.
Depends who you're talking to. If you're talking to me, guess which one it
It's
is.
local, but it's just the idea, you gotta put it all together, and then it'll start working.
All right.
Okay?
This is the hardest set.
How many you gonna do?
Now, I'm gonna do this till I'm done.
MRAP? Okay.
all right, Mikey.
You want a handoff?
Come on, John.
Yours.
1,
Fucking racks up.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Come on. 6. Come on. 7.
Come on.
One more. 8. One more. One more. One more. Let's go. Come
Come
on.
on, John.
Come on.
I see 10. I see 10. Ah! Back. Fuck.
Well
Good job.
That kind of fuck.
Yeah, 10 pen presses with 315. That's pretty freaking awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Good job.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about
How was that racks row?
I didn't know the
that.
racks were
I
on.
forgot to move it.
Yeah.
That felt different.
Are we done?
We done?
I'm done.
Okay,
Are we done?
we're done.
We're done.
DUN done.
So, always remember,
Rest, nutrition, proper exercise, hydration.
you get the opportunity to work out in a group, do it. I hope they learned something from me today. And from Dan's dungeon, everybody just get in the gym and lift.
See you later.
Oh.